is 100 books, and I think I can do it, but it just kind of means it's gonna take me a year to read my entire TBR. And there's so many cute new books that are already like supposed to release in the next few months. Like, how's a girl supposed to read all these books? But anyway, I compiled a list of a few books that I'm incredibly excited for, that are gonna release over the next few months. A few are like super close to releasing, so I thought we can kind of look at them together today. I'll read you the blurbs. We can get excited together and have a good, relaxing time. Now, if you aren't already, please make sure to subscribe and join the family. I would love to have you here. And you can come be my friend on Goodreads, because I'm trying to be really good about making playlists on Goodreads. Lists on Goodreads. I edit every single book that's on my physical TBR, so you can go and look at all the books that I really want to read. So you can do that. The link is, as usual, in the description box. But now, let's go. The first book, I had to open with this because I'm so incredibly excited, is the next book by Miss Emily Henry. Like, you know that I absolutely love her. Like, I love and adore her. Her books, like, truly, I love them. And I got so excited when I saw that she announced her new book. It's going to come out on the 22nd of April 2025. So we unfortunately are going to have to wait just a little bit for that one. April 22nd is actually my brother's birthday, so that's kind of cute. And I'll make sure to put the covers up so you can see the new covers. But the new Emily Henry is going to be called Great Big Beautiful Life, and the cover's so cute. I love myself a good Emily Henry cover. I feel like they're always so incredibly cute. Like, I really like these. They're so colourful and happy, and that's kind of how her books make me feel. As if they're mushy. But let's read the blurb together, because I actually haven't read them. I've really tried not to read blurbs, so two writers compete for the chance to tell the larger-than-life story of a woman with more than a couple of plot twists up her sleeve in this dazzling and sweeping new novel from Emily Henry. Alice Scott is an eternal optimist, still dreaming of a big writing break. Hayden Anderson is a Pulitzer Prize-winning human thundercloud, and they're both on balmy little Crescent Island for the same reason: to write the biography of a woman who no one has seen in years, or at least to meet with the octogenarian who claims to be Margaret Ives, tragic heiress, former tabloid princess, and daughter of one of the most storied and scandalous families of the 20th century. When Margaret invites them both for a 1-month trial period, after which she chooses the person who tells her story, there are 3 things keeping Alice's head in the game. 1. Alice genuinely likes people, which means people usually like Alice, and she has a whole month to win the legendary woman over. 2. She's ready for this job and the chance to impress her perennial unimpressed family. this series of publication. 3. Hayden Anderson, who should have no reason to be concerned about losing this book, is glowering at her in a shake into the core way that suggests he sees her as competition. At the Ramble Mares, Margaret is only giving each of them pieces of a story, pieces they can't swap to put together because of an ironclad NDA and an inconvenient yearning pulsing between them every time they're in the same room. And it's becoming abundantly clear that her story, just like Margaret's spinning, could be a mystery, tragedy, or a love ballad, depending on who's telling it. My cat. Now, anyway, that literally sounds amazing. Like, such an interesting plot. I'm really excited. Not only is Emily Henry like a no questions asked, I'm going to buy this book author for me. She also has such interesting storyline ideas. I don't know, they're so simple but so fun. So yeah, I'm incredibly excited about this book. I wish it wouldn't be that long till April, like genuinely. It's way too much time. The next book is also by one of my I will buy every single one of your books authors, and it's actually just saw that's coming out even later than I thought. It's supposed to come out on June 17th, 2025. These people will be out here like breaking my heart, but maybe until then I'll be able to like get a few books off my like physical TBR. So, but the other book that's about to come out in a few months is the next Ashley Boston. Ashley Boston. I love her books. I've just very recently found her and I like immediately really enjoyed her books. And the book that has been announced is Sounds Like Love. And I'm really guessing it's gonna have a music background just from the name of the cover. Which, don't get me wrong, I like love listening to music, but I'm not like the biggest music girly. It's just, I don't know, it's the art form I am like least drawn to, and I can identify with the least. Like, a lot of people are really into music and really, you know, feel a lot of emotions listening to music, and I do, but it's just not as deep for me as others, and it's kind of something I've been like jealous of. Like, I wish I could play an instrument and I would be like interested enough to do so, but yeah, well, you know, therefore it's not like my absolute favorite trope in a book, or like, but I mean, I will for sure give Miss Ashley Boston a chance to convince me otherwise. So let's read the blurb. A making songwriter and a bitter musician share startling and inexplicable connection that they'll do anything to shake in the next sparkling magical book from Ashley Boston. Joni Lark is living the dream. She's one of the most coveted songwriters in LA, and she can't seem to write. There's an emptiness inside her, and nothing seems to fill it. When she returns to her hometown of Fiona Shores, North Carolina, she hopes that the sand, the surf, and the concerts at the revelry, her family is it? A melody in her head, lyricless and half-formed, and an alluring and addictive voice to go with it, belonging apparently to a Freya musician with hang-ups on his own. Surely he's a figment of her overworked imagination. But then the very real man attached to the voice shows up in Vienna shores. He's aggravating and gruff on the outside, nothing like the sweet, funny voice in Joni's head. I think there's like some word missing there, because it literally just goes, and he has a, and then nothing. But anyway, they finish the song haunting them both, break their connection, and hope that it risk their hearts in the process. Because the song that's stuck in their heads, maybe it's there for a reason. Okay, I will say that it sounds really, really sweet, but the plot isn't as intriguing to me as Ashley Poston's other like magic realism plots that we've had before, to be like completely honest. But I think I'm definitely still gonna read it, so I'm willing to be converted to music earlier. But yeah, that was my Ashley Boston excitement. Those two are like probably the releases I'm like the absolute most excited for, because I didn't know they were coming. They were like brand new to me, but the next one was really exciting, and it is very obviously Elsie Silver's next book in the Rose Hill series. I personally don't think I want to know too much about this plot. The only thing I know from what is in Wild Eyes and Wild Love is that I forgot a name. I know his name is Reese, but I forgot her name. Is it like Alyssa? I can't remember, but I think it's a fake marriage trope, and as usual, there's a child involved, which I think is hers in this book. And the thing why I want gonna be doing January 1st. The next, Freya McFadden is going to release an essay. This girl writes books quicker than I can read them, because The Boyfriend just came out this month and was chef's kiss. Spoiler. I really enjoyed it, but we again getting a new book in like 2 months' time. And I haven't read the blurb yet, but the cover, literally the cover, is giving me everything I want from a Freya McFadden. One of my favourites moment is 1 by 1, where they're like lost in the wilderness, and the new release, I didn't say it yet, is called The Crash. This is the picture, and like the winter vibes, the whole setting, it's gonna be so perfect, and I'm like, I want to read it. I'm so excited. So Tegan is 8 months pregnant, alone, and desperately wants to put her crumbling life in the rearview mirror. So she hits the road, planning to stay with her brother until she can figure out her next move. But she doesn't realize she's heading straight into a blizzard. She never arrives at a destination. Stranded in rural Maine with a dead cat and a broken ankle, Tegan worries she's made a terrible mistake. Then, a miracle, she's rescued by a couple who offers her a room in their warm cabin until the snow clears. But something isn't right. Tegan believed she was waiting out the storm, but as time ticks by, she comes to realize she's in grave danger. This safe haven isn't what she thought it was, and staying here may have been the most deadly mistake yet. And now she must do whatever it takes to save herself and her unborn child. Miss Freya McFadden. Like, yes. I'm really excited, if you can't tell. I love myself. A good Freya McFadden, they're like my perfect palette cleansers when I'm like too deep in romance and fantasy boys, like maybe 2 even. It definitely like talks more and is more morally grey. I read the blurb, my neighbours are incredibly loud and I hope they stop. Vanessa Anderson has never been good. She wasn't good enough for her parents, and she isn't good enough for their gangster uncle who took her in after they died. But she's cunning, beautiful, dutiful to her uncle's demands, and she doesn't have time for a moral compass anyway. When her runaway cousin returns to their coastal southern town, she brings a man with her, and Vanessa soon realizes he's the only one who's ever seen her for her. There's just one problem: she can never have him. And so, Loverboy Marino is a wealthy businessman by day and a prince of the underworld by night. And the boss to notorious mafia syndicate, he answers to no one except his father, the strongest don in the northeast. When he's tasked with marriage, Enzo doesn't think twice until he meets his fiance's cousin. Vanessa has everything he never wanted, he never knew he wanted, bewitching him with her sultry voice and subtle curves. But Enzo learned long ago that a man like him, for men like him, life is better without the things you want. When plans unravel and temptation sings its siren song, they both have to choose what's more important: duty to their families or forbidden love that was never supposed to be. Like, that sounds juicy. I'm very, very excited for that one. And let's continue. I got some more romances, and then we're gonna go into more of a fantasy section where I'm not gonna talk as much about the books because they're in a series. Alright, but the next book that is going to come out February 4th, next year is the new Ellie Hazelwood, and unfortunately it is not going to be a STEM book anymore, which was kind of what I really, really loved Ellie Hazelwood for. So I'm a little curious to see how we're going to go, but this time it's going to be a sports romance, and it's called Deep End, and it's kind of a swimming sports romance, which I find kind of interesting. I used to be a competitive swimmer for like 3 years of my life, maybe. Swimming's really big in my family. My mom used to be really, really good. My mom competed in like the German competition once. But yeah, I like to swim as a hobby now. But anyway, I'm still very excited just because of that. But let's just say I don't know if I would be that excited if Miss Ellie was presenting me with a soccer romance. My boyfriend would probably read that, not gonna lie, but I wouldn't. Okay, the blurb. Scarlett Vandermeer. Meer or Meer in German means ocean. So this is an interesting name choice. Is swimming upstream, a junior at Stanford and a student athlete who specializes in platform diving. A student athlete who specializes in platform diving. Scarlett prefers to keep her head down, concentrating on getting into med school and on recovering from the injury that almost ended her career. She has no time for relationships, at least that's what she tells herself. Swim captain, world champion, all-around aquatics, golden does their relationship. It was supposed to be just a temporary, mutually satisfying fling, but when staying away from Lucas becomes impossible, Scarlett realizes that her heart might be treading into dangerous water. And that just sounds really, really good. I don't know what's going on. Like, there's kids yelling outside. My neighbors are clanking around. I hope you can't hear too much. I'm already trying to pause a lot of it. I never, like, sometimes I can hear properly what you can hear. But yeah, when I was looking up Ellie Hazelwood for this book, I noticed something incredibly exciting. And I'm not sure any of you have seen it yet, because I can see on Goodreads, which I'm currently on, if any of my friends have saved them, and none of you have so far, so maybe I can put you onto something here. But I've seen that we are super soon, as in November 12th of this month, next month, we're getting an Ellie Hazelwood release. And it is a holiday winter novella, and when I look more into it, it is part of an Amazon Original Stories collection, which is called the Under the Mistletoe collection. And because it's Amazon Original, I think it is going to be only available as Kindle or on Kindle, because the only edition I can see on Goodreads is as well just the Kindle edition and the Audible book, but Audible also belongs to Amazon, so no surprises here. But the book is called Cruel Winter with You by Ellie Hazelwood. Here's the blurb real quick. A newly minted pediatrician, Jamie Malik, wants to borrow a roasting pan for Christmas dinner. Unfortunately, that requires her to interact with Mark, her best friend's troublemaking brother, who's now a tech billionaire. He's the one who got away. She's the one who broke his heart. Outside, a howling blizzard. Inside, a crackling fire. Suddenly, being snowbound with a man she never expected to see again might not be such a bad way to spend a winter's night. Honestly, I'm excited. I love myself a good novella by Ellie Hazelwood. She has some STEMness novellas that I actually really enjoy. They're really quick, they're really fun. And it says here that the whole thing about the Under the Mistletoe collection novellas is that they all supposed to be cute little Christmas novellas that you can read or listen to in one swoony sitting. And I actually think that's really, really sweet. I'm excited. There are going to be 5 books in this series, and this might be very interesting to view. The next book is going to be by Tessa Bailey, and it's going to be Merry Ever After. And the short blurb is: a single mother working at a thrift store, a gentle farmer who can't find jeans that fit. When opposites attract, they find themselves making alterations in more ways than one in this smoking hot short story. So then we have, and I don't know the next few romance authors. We got book 3, which is All by My Elf by Olivia Dady. Then we got Merriment and Mayhem by Alexandria Belfleur, and Only Santa's in the Building by Alexis Daria. And let me just Stephanie Garber is very, very great to read in fall/winter because it's just so cozy and beautiful and well-rounded. So I'm just big excited that we get a Christmas novella. I'm normally not the biggest fan of like Christmas novellas. Akta. But listen, Miss Stephanie Garber, I will take it. I will take it. So, yeah, that is already there. We don't even have to wait. You can get that right now. I'm probably still gonna hold off on it like a little tiny bit, just for the winter. The next 4 books that I have are all releases that I assume are gonna come out that are continuations of fantasy series. So listen, okay, make yourself a tea, get your credit card out, sit down, be cozy, you know, get some tissues to cry, and then, like, trust me, and buy yourself these books, okay? And then, like, I'm telling you now, so you can be ready, yeah, when these next books release, okay? We can all read them together, but, like, you need to catch up if you haven't read them yet. Put them on your Christmas list, you know, write Santa a little letter. We're reading these, and the first book that I'm really, really excited about is Ramble, which Kirsten Cincinnati, which is expected to come out February 18th, 2025, and is the second book in the Crimson Moth series. And listen, till now, which is October, The Crimson Moth was the best fantasy book that I read this year. Like, heads down, the best one. It was so good, it was so rich, it was so well written, it was so high stakes and fast paced, and moody. It was moody as well. So good. It was amazing. I really enjoyed it. It's basically about witches who live in secret and practice magic with blood, and a witch hunter who hunts witches, and to survive him to get closer to his targets, they're gonna have to interact, and from there on it goes, and it's so good, it's so rich and cozy and good, like, it's so good. I love this book, okay? If I can make you buy one book, it would be The Crimson Moth, okay? Read it, and then we can read Rebel Witch together this February. Then, and I know I'm like already feeling a little bad about this, but I cannot do an anticipated reads without talking about the next 4th wing that's going to come out, which is Onyx Storm, and it is expected January 21st of the next year. Listen, I'm just very excited to continue this series. I'll know that Iron Flame wasn't giving 100% what we needed it to give, and I'm just hoping, like, the plot twist in Iron Flame, you know, the ending, great, head up for the next book. Chef's kiss. I'm so excited. Okay, I need to know what's going to happen in Onyx Storm. So you best believe me that I did pre-order it on Talia, which I had issues with getting my last pre-order of Iron Flame, so I'm probably also going to pre-order it on Amazon, because I pre-ordered it early enough on Talia to get the special edition, but like, I need the Amazon one to read right when it comes out. I was kind of defeating the purpose, but that's how I did it last year, unfortunately. And we just, like, it is what it is. Right, and one book that is this close being released, because it's actually coming out on November 22nd, literally a month away, is the last and I believe final book in the Trial of the Sun Queen series by Nisha J. Tooley. Now I think you've heard me rave about this series. I thought it's really good. Is it like the most life-changing one? Like different story to what we have never heard ever before? No. But it is very, very fast-paced and good and spicy, a little bit at least. And the love interest, like the slow burn romance, was written so well. I like gobbled it up. So, you know, if you're waiting, because I recommended this so often, if you're waiting till the whole series is released, soon your chance is gonna come. Okay. And I will be reading that book the minute it comes out. Alright, and then one last book that I'm probably gonna get very, very soon because it is coming out on November 12th next month, is the third, and I'm pretty sure it's the